Welcome back to Space and Mystery. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating processes in the universe, star formation. How do stars come into existence? It all starts with clouds of gas and dust known as nebulas. From there, gravity takes over, transforming these cosmic clouds into blazing protostars. Let's explore how this incredible process unfolds. Our story starts in a nebula. Nebulas are massive clouds of gas and dust that float around in galaxies, and they come in many shapes and sizes. Some, like the Orion Nebula, are stellar nurseries, huge, dense regions where new stars are born. Nebulas are primarily made up of hydrogen, the universe's most abundant element, along with helium and trace amounts of other elements. These clouds are cold, dark, and spread out, but something can set them in motion to form stars. That something is usually gravity. Gravity is the force that pulls everything together. And in nebulas, gravity slowly draws gas and dust particles closer. Sometimes, an external force like a nearby supernova explosion can compress parts of a nebula, giving gravity an extra push. As gravity pulls in more material, the cloud starts to shrink and grow denser in specific regions. These dense clumps are where gravity works its magic, pulling in more and more material and increasing the pressure at the center. Eventually, these dense clumps become hot and tightly packed enough to form a core, and that core is the beginning of a new star. Once a dense core has formed, it's officially known as a protostar. A protostar is the first stage of a star's life, a baby star still gathering material and growing. As gas and dust continue to collapse around it, the protostar becomes incredibly hot due to the pressure of all that material. Around the protostar, you'll often see an accretion disk, a swirling disk of gas and dust that falls inward, feeding the protostar. As the material in the accretion disk gets pulled in, the core becomes hotter and denser, inching closer to the point where nuclear fusion can begin. As more material falls into the protostar, its core temperature rises. When it reaches about 10 million degrees Celsius, a critical change happens. Hydrogen atoms start fusing into helium, releasing a tremendous amount of energy in the process. This process, called nuclear fusion, is what gives stars their light and heat. Fusion is a star's powerhouse. Once fusion begins, the protostar becomes a fully fledged star, radiating energy outward and balancing the force of gravity pulling inward. At this point, the young star has reached what we call the main sequence, the longest and most stable period in a star's life. For most stars, this stage lasts billions of years as they continue fusing hydrogen into helium in their cores, shining brightly in the process. The color and brightness of a star depend on its mass. Larger stars burn hotter and brighter, often with a bluish hue, while smaller stars are cooler and emit a reddish glow. But every star, regardless of size, started its life as a protostar in a dense nebula. A star's journey doesn't end with the main sequence. Depending on its mass, a star could become a red giant, a white dwarf, or even explode as a supernova. But every stage begins the same way, in a nebula, collapsing into a protostar and igniting into a new star. Studying star formation helps us understand not only the stars themselves, but also the evolution of galaxies, planets, and even life. Stars are responsible for creating most of the elements in the universe, so understanding their life cycles helps us piece together the story of how everything, from our planet to the air we breathe, came into existence. To recap, star formation begins in a nebula where gravity pulls gas and dust into dense clumps that become protostars. With enough heat and pressure, nuclear fusion kicks in and a star is born. From there, it shines on for millions or even billions of years, depending on its mass. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Space and Mystery for more cosmic content. Have any questions about stars or the universe? Drop them in the comments below, and as always, keep exploring.